Today on Forbes, Indonesia's 50 Richest 2025. Wealth crosses $300 billion amid stock market frenzy. Data center billionaires climb into the top 10. In what was a volatile year, Indonesia's benchmark stock index shot up 17%, helping lift collective wealth to a record $306 billion from $263 billion last year. To attract investors, the country's financial regulator plans to raise in stages the minimum free float requirement for listed companies to 25% from 7.5%. Brothers R. Budi and Michael Hartono remain at number one, a position they have held for over a decade, although their combined net worth fell by $6.5 billion to $43.8 billion, in what was the biggest wealth decline in dollar terms this year. Shares of Bank Central Asia, their biggest asset, dropped 15% from a year ago amid investor concerns about the impact of monetary and fiscal policy uncertainty on banks. Petrochemicals and energy billionaire Prajogo Pangestu, who raised over $140 million from the July IPO of Chandra Daya Investasi, an infrastructure subsidiary of his listed Chandra Asri Pacific, retained the second spot after increasing his net worth by 23% to $39.8 billion. Overall, the fortunes of half of those on the list were up. The biggest dollar jump, $9.4 billion, was recorded by the Wijaja family, who scaled one spot to number 3 with $28.3 billion. Shares of their infrastructure and energy flagship, Dian Swastatika Sentosa, more than doubled from a year ago amid its expansion in renewable energy. In June, it opened Indonesia's largest solar panel factory with up to 1 gigawatt annual capacity in a joint venture with state-owned PLN Indonesia Power Renewables and China's Trina Solar. Last year's third richest, coal magnate Loh Tuk Kwang, slipped to fourth place, with his fortune falling by $2.1 billion to $24.9 billion. Shares of his coal producer, Bayan Resources, dipped as its net profit, impacted by weaker coal prices and higher operating costs, declined 16% to $534 million in the 9 months to September. Booming demand for data centers caused shares of DCI Indonesia to skyrocket, propelling its two co-founders, Ado Todo Sujiri and Marina Budiman, into the top 10 for the first time. They are the biggest percentage gainers this year and appear at number 6 with $11.3 billion and at number 8 with $8.2 billion, respectively. The third co-founder, Han Arming Hanafia, rose 38 spots to number 12 with $5.3 billion. Two tycoons returned to the ranks, including media mogul Edi Kusnadi Sariatmaja. Shares of his Elang Mahkota Technology, better known as MTech, nearly tripled from a year ago, partly due to investor anticipation about the long-awaited December IPO of Superbank Indonesia, in which MTech has a roughly one-third stake. A new face this year is that of Hartati Murdaya, president-director of investment holding firm Central Sipta Murdaya. She took the spot of her late husband Murdaya Pu, who died in April at age 84. The two listees who dropped off include Kankuro Wibowo, as shares of his hardware store chain Aspirasi Hidup Indonesia plunged over 40% amid shrinking profits. The minimum net worth to make the list fell to $920 million from $1.05 billion last year. This year's list was compiled using shareholding and financial information obtained from the families and individuals, stock exchanges, annual reports, and analysts. The ranking lists both individual and family fortunes, including those shared among relatives. Private companies were valued based on similar companies that are publicly traded. Public fortunes were calculated based on stock prices and exchange rates as of November 21st, 2025. For full coverage and to see the whole 2025 Indonesia's Richest list, check out Jane Ho and Fisanu from Chanya's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.